Hello, rockers. Here we are again. As you see, we've got the Devil Wears Prada 2. Um, Two trailers have been launched. The second was last night. Amazing. And I love this cover. Okay, so here we will analyze this image that appeared this weekend as well. And we will deal with different topics, yes, themes, and also something related to neurosciences. Okay, let's go into it. Have a look at the picture as usual. Think about the details all around, the position of the characters. Okay, the three women, the man in the back. Now we've got two shoes. Check. Look at that. So, as regards vocabulary, we can talk about power and workplace. Okay, authority, the power to give orders. Hierarchy, a system of ranking. Dominance, control over others. Professional survival, staying relevant in a competitive system. Power imbalance, unequal control. With these ideas, with this vocabulary bank, then you can create ideas as well. Now, this you see that it's more B2, C1. It's not like the chair, the window, okay? All right. Identity psychology, emotional suppression, hiding feelings, fear of rejection, anxiety about exclusion, loss of authenticity, no longer being true to oneself, social conformity, and adapting to group expectations. Now, about neuroscience and thinking, we've got survival instinct, natural response to threat, fear based decision making, choices driven by anxiety, critical thinking, logical and independent reasoning, emotional safety, feeling secure to express emotions. Now, some phrases to be used. This image appears to symbolize. This could suggest that the composition reinforces the idea that, from a psychological perspective, blah, 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 this is particularly relevant in modern society. So, mm, we've got them, and here we have people and positioning. In the center of the image, there is an older woman. Maybe you have no idea who they are, right? Seated confidently in a black armchair. She's wearing a bold red suit, which immediately draws attention and symbolizes power, authority, and dominance. Her posture is relaxed yet commanding, suggesting that she is the leader. Standing behind and beside her are three other adults, all dressed in sophisticated, minimalist outfits. On the left, a woman holds fashion sketches, indicating her role as a designer or assistant. Very good. On the right, another woman stands with her hands on her hips, projecting confidence and ambition. Emily. In the background, a man in a great suit appears more distant, possibly symbolizing hierarchy or exclusion. The physical arrangement reinforces a clear, powerful structure with the seated woman at the top. Now let's go into clothing, colors, and symbolism. The color palette is dominated by neutral tones, beige, white, and gray, except for the striking red suit just in the center, okay? This contrast this contrast, yes, emphasizes the central character's importance and control. The fashion dresses on mannequins surrounding the characters highlight themes of beauty, perfection, and pressure. Fashion here is not only creative but also competitive and demanding. Mood and atmosphere. The mood is intense, polished, and slightly intimidating. Although no one appears aggressive, their facial expressions are serious and emotionally restrained. This suggests a workplace culture where professional success comes at a personal cost. We know that from the original movie, yes? Interpretation, meaning, is the image suggests themes of power and authority in the workplace, gender and leadership, ambition versus personal well being, control, conformity, and expectations. And then there is a slogan here right below 2026. Yes, that says, some rules are made to be broken. This implies conflict and change, suggesting that traditional power structures may be challenged. Tin, tin, tin. Now, we got some Ivy links themes, okay? This image strongly connects to the IB theme of human ingenuity as it explores creative industries like fashion, how systems of power shape human behavior, the cost of innovation and success. It can also link to identity, especially how professional roles shape who people become. Mhm. Now, let's analyze it, all right? It says, I will analyze a visual image promoting the Devil Wears Prada 2, set in a high fashion workplace. This image clearly relates to the IB theme human ingenuity, as it explores creativity, power, and control within a demanding professional environment. At the same time, it also touches on identity, particularly how individuals adapt their behavior to survive competitive systems. Theme human ingenuity, identity. That's very important. I will first describe the image, then analyze its deeper meaning, and finally connect it to neuroscience through the triune brain theory, which helps explain the character's behavior. Pay attention, very interesting. In the center of the image, we can see an older woman seated in a black armchair. She's wearing a striking red suit, and her relaxed posture suggests authority and confidence. The color red immediately draws the viewer's attention and symbolizes power, dominance, and control. Surrounding her there are three other characters, adults standing. On the left, a woman is holding fashion sketches, which suggests she works in design or creative production. On the right, another woman stands with her hands on her hips, as we mentioned before, projecting ambition and determination. In the background, a man in a gray suit appears slightly distant. Good, which may indicate hierarchy or emotional detachment. The setting appears to be a luxury fashion studio, possibly in New York City, as suggested by the city skyline visible through the large arched windows. Mannequins dressed in elegant gowns surround the characters, reinforcing the idea of perfection, beauty, and pressure. Overall, the composition places the seated woman at the center of power, while the others orbit around her, visually reinforcing a strict professional hierarchy. This image seems to represent the dark side of creativity and ambition. Although fashion is usually associated with self expression, here it appears rigid, competitive, and emotionally controlled. The character's serious facial expressions and formal body language suggest a workplace where emotions are suppressed. Success appears to depend on discipline, conformity, and endurance rather than personal well being. The slogan, "Some rules are made to be broken," introduces tension. It suggests that change is possible but also risky. Breaking rules in such an environment may lead to innovation or punishment. From an identity perspective, the image raises the question of whether individuals are shaping the system or whether the system is shaping them. It implies that professional roles may gradually override personal values, forcing individuals to adapt in order to survive. Neuroscience link the triune brain theory. Chan, chan, chan. Well, this image can be strongly connected to triune brain theory, which divides the brain into three functional systems. Firstly, the reptilian brain, responsible for survival and control, is clearly dominant in this environment. The strict hierarchy, rigid posture, and fear of failure suggest that conformity is a survival strategy. The characters appear to follow rules not because they believe in them, but because their professional survival depends on it. Secondly, the limbic brain, which regulates emotions and social belonging. This seems suppressed. There is little warmth or emotional connection between the characters. This may reflect a fear of rejection or exclusion, which limits emotional safety in the workplace. Finally, the neocortex, responsible for reasoning, creativity, and critical thinking, is present but controlled. While fashion is a creative industry, innovation appears to be permitted only within strict boundaries. True originality may be discouraged if it threatens authority. In this way, the image illustrates how high pressure systems can shift human behavior away from creativity and emotional intelligence and towards fear-based decision making. In conclusion, this image highlights how human ingenuity can become distorted when creativity is controlled by power and fear. Through its visual composition, color symbolism, and character positioning, the image suggests that success often comes at the cost of emotional well being and authentic identity. Dun, dun. So, the conclusion, by linking the image to the triune brain theory, we can better understand how survival instincts, emotional suppression, and controlled reasoning shape behavior in competitive professional environments. This makes the image not only visually striking, but also deeply relevant to modern workplace culture. So there we are. This is the end. Well, interesting. It was a description, high level, yes. B2, C1, T2. All right. Well, how did you find it? I hope you enjoyed it, okay? And oh, I'm waiting to see the movie. I would like to watch it again, number one, I mean, because first of all, for example, the news are that the main actress didn't, I mean, she has never done a sequel. So this is the first time in her life in which she performs in a sequel, and a striking one because the fashion world has changed a lot. Okay, so in 10 years ago, in 20, no 20, I don't remember. I think it was 2006 when this was launched. Number one, the magazine was visually appealing, all right. Everybody got the magazine, and nowadays everything goes online. So what a change. And Miranda has to adapt to this area, to this new life, okay? And she's sold, as everybody is, okay? Oh my gosh, well, longing to see it. I hope you enjoyed the video. We will be describing much more, and obviously, we have a project based on it. So, whenever you join our classes, okay, we can talk about it. And if you're in our talking, yes, and rock conversation club, welcome. Yes, it takes a place every week. So here we go. We have to rock this year, okay? Well, people, see you. Leave comments if you want. Give it a like. Yes, share the video as well. And I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.